Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Unreal Engine 5 Virtua Cop tutorial series. In this tutorial, we are going to make that trigger boxes. So whenever our first person character follows that spline path, and whenever the first person character overlaps with that collision box, he will stop tracking or following the spline path. And after 2 seconds of delay, he will start to move further towards the next trigger box. So if you see the Virtua Cop game, uh, every time our character in Virtua Cop game moves, he stops after some time, and after that the enemy spawns. So in this tutorial we are doing that, pausing and resuming the tracking of spline path. And in the next tutorial we are going to spawn actual enemies. So let me show you how it works. So if I press play, so here is our first trigger box, and after 2 seconds he follows, go to the second trigger box. After 2 seconds of delay he go to the third trigger box, and then he go to the end of the spline supply and location of the spline. So it's working perfectly fine. So you can also get the project files on my Patreon. So let's jump into the tutorial. In the previous tutorial, we made our first person character to track that spline track, and um, and in- and we can also change the speed at which it takes time to complete the tracking of the spline path. But if you notice in the Cop game, during the tracking or following the path, our character, first person character, stops at some points, and after that, the enemy spawns. Now, in this tutorial, we are going to make a trigger box which will be responsible to stop our first person character from tracking the spline path wherever we want. So for that, we need to go to the Virtual Cop folder in the actor and blueprint class actor uh, trigger box. Open it. Now we need to add box collision and make it called. Okay, let's increase the thickness and change its color to something like green or maybe red. Okay, so you want to stop there. So now uh, whenever our first person character overlaps with that box, we will stop its tracking on the spline path. So for that we need on component begin overlap component event. As we know, our first person character is in the Virtua Cop first person BP. That is our first person character. Let me open it. So that's it. So cast to first person pawn, and let's make a custom event here. Event spline tracking stop, and also let's make another custom event spline tracking start. I think we have that. uh, no, okay. Okay, so we have that two custom events, and here we need to drag that That's the timeline, and we use the node stop. And here again drag it here, and we will use the node start. Okay, we use a node play. So by using play node, it will continue the tracking on spline path from where we stopped it before. So I think these two events are good to go. So we need to call event stop, event spline tracking stop. So now whenever our character overlaps with that box, he will stop there. And let's use a delay head. It's just to show you the working of event spline tracking start, but this will not this will be not required in the in future tutorials. So let's put a delay of 2 and call event tracking start. Okay, let's drag that here. Scale it up a bit. Okay, and in the same way we can copy it, place it here like that, and we can also place it here if we want. Yeah, okay, fine. So now we have 3 trigger boxes. So whenever our first person character starts following the spline path, it will stop here. Now after 2-second delay, it will again start to follow the spline path, and again it will stop here. And after 2 seconds of delay, it will again start moving, and again he will stop here. And why are we doing this? Because if you notice in the Virtua Cop game, whenever our first person character stops at some point, the enemy spawns. So in the next tutorial, we will spawn the enemies also. So let's test it. And our character is stopped after 2 seconds, and then on the second trigger box, it stopped, and on the yeah, so now our system is working perfectly fine. So that was for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we will uh, spawn enemies here, and also we will be able to control the spawn location of the enemies. So thank you for watching. Till next tutorial, and office.